Retro Rob plays everything.
Hey, Rob here. It's time for another retro haul video. This is all retro stuff this time. I got nothing that wasn't vintage. So let's get going right away. This stuff came from a Goodwill auction. I got this lot for $40, and then some of the other stuff came separate. Almost all the Atari stuff came from one giant lot. So look at that. It's an Atari 2600 Junior. It did come with all the cables needed to hook it up, so I'm pretty happy with that. It's got a little bit of a dent down here, though, which it actually got in shipping, so I'm not real thrilled about that. But I clamped it down. It had come up a little bit. I clamped it down, and it's holding down now, so it looks pretty good. I like it. I like these. I've had a couple of them in the past, actually, and got rid of them, but this one I'll probably put in one of our retro displays. We've been thinking, by we I mean the Guys, Games, and Beer podcast has been thinking about doing a few more shows than we normally do, so I'm just kind of beefing up some of these basics that I might not have display versions of. So this one can, have some kids touch it. That sounded a little weird, but we'll keep going. It came with three joysticks. How nice is that? So, the standard Atari 2600 joysticks that give you hand cramps. One of them rattles a little bit, but the other two are really good. They're in pretty decent condition. Clean them up a little bit. I think this is going to look really nice. So, really happy about that. That is a power cable for it, and that is the original Atari power cable, which I'm always in short supply of. I've got a lot of fake cables around for it, though. Game-wise, that looked good when I just kind of dropped it there. Game-wise, it was a good haul. We'll start with Atari 2600 Donkey Kong Jr. I just got a copy of this from Ryan. I believe this is a different version of it, though. So this is the Atari 2600 Junior version. These are the cartridges that would show up around the time of the Junior. And it's Donkey Kong Jr., so that makes sense. Also got Atari 2600 Q*bert. I've already mentioned in the past that I actually ran into the developer of Q*bert. Nice guy. Like that. Super Football. Couldn't give a crap less. Sorry about the noise in the background. There's an animal that's going to get killed after this. Yar's Revenge. Really good game. I like this game a lot. It's too bad that the cover's a little munged up. But not terrible, but it's not great. That's too bad. A nice copy of Superman. By the way, these all have the front labels on them, which is a rare event in my life because I buy them to play them. Here's Venture. This is unusual, too, because this is a version of Venture I haven't seen. I could have swore Venture came in a... Didn't it come in a Parker Brothers thing? Or a Coleco style cart. So it's kind of interesting seeing this in a standard Atari 2600 version. Weird. Another copy of Combat to go with my huge collection of Combat games that I have going. It's a nice one, though. So... yeah, I guess. It's fine. Another Space Invaders. I do have a lot of Space Invaders, but I like Space Invaders. It's actually a really good Atari 2600 port, so I've got no complaints about that. Junior Pac-Man did not have this, so this is a new one to me. Very happy about that. I'll be playing that later. I'll probably do a Sorry Atari on that one because I have not played that game on the Atari 2600 except emulated, so it'd be nice to play the real version of that for once. Donkey Kong. See, here's another one that was a Coleco port, and here it is. It's just a standard Atari 2600 cartridge. Kind of interesting. I don't think it makes it worth anymore. Solaris. This was a late release. I do have a copy of this, so unfortunately that's a duplicate, but I'm sure one of my friends might be interested in getting it. Pole Position. Used to play the heck out of this on the Atari 2600. I do have to say, if you have one of the Pole Position handhelds with a little twisty hand, it's way better than the Atari 2600 version, but it wasn't a bad version of the game at all by any means. Okay, and I think that ends it for the Atari stuff, except for stuff that I bought individually, and one of them's over here. I want to show you this. This was new in box. This is Beanie Bopper for the Atari 2600, but this is not a official version. This is a Taiwan version, which I believe is a ripoff. I don't think it's like a real official Beanie Bopper. I'm pretty sure that it is a complete forgery of it, but still interesting and an interesting game. And I wanted to cover this particular game on the Sorry Atari series, so I will be having that for the Sorry Atari series. Kind of taking Sorry Atari in a different direction. I've been doing a lot more, maybe titles that you don't see every day. And I think that makes it a little bit more interesting when I'm playing them, because Lord knows I'm not the most interesting thing to watch. Next, we've got US Games Commando Raid. Another for the Sorry Atari series. Got it for a couple bucks. It was really cheap. It's based on an Apple II game. I used to play the crap out of it. I cannot remember the name of it. If any of you guys remember the name of it, just put it down below. But basically, you have a little base at the bottom of the screen, and hey, here it is. And you basically move left and right and fire to kill the enemies. So it's kind of unique. I mean, not super unique, but it's an interesting twist on the Space Invaders idea, and quite a bit of fun, as I recall. I really did enjoy it. So, not bad. Next, these are a bunch of little game pickups for the, for the Game Gear, which I don't have a Game Gear right now. There's columns. There was a cat. Oh, here, I'll take it out of it. That is really cheap. Sorry about that. Here. Let me, the case is probably worth more than the actual game, but there's columns, which is actually pretty good, as I recall. I've had a couple of Game Gears over the years. They're cheap to get. Their prices have been going up lately, but for the most part, they're cheap to get. Next game I got, all these are in these little plastic cases. G-Lock, which I haven't played on it. Here it's good, though, so nice to have that if I ever get a Game Gear again, which I'm sure I will, because, again, you really can't walk down the street without tripping over one. And Sonic 2. They're all in quite nice condition. I'm pretty happy with that. I would assume they work. Next, I got Power Quest, which I played for about a minute. This is for the Game Boy Color, and it was okay. It's a pickup, It looked interesting. A lot of my pickups are because it just looked like a good idea at the time. Finally, see, this isn't a huge pickup video. It's not like super long or anything. Finally, I got another Sega Genesis, because one can never have too many genocide. So I'm committing genocide with all my Sega Genesis consoles. I think that brings my count up to 5 or 6 Sega Genesis consoles. The only thing I'm short of all the time is, of course, official Genesis power supplies, and it's nice to have another one of those. So I believe, oops, that was loud. Sorry about that. I believe that's it. That is all I have picked up as far as games. I thought it was a pretty nice little haul. I enjoyed it. If you have any comments, of course, you can leave them down below. If you enjoyed this video, want to see more of it, of course, do me a favor. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe for more. Finally, a general announcement. I've teamed up with GearBest, so I'm totally selling out. And they're sending me a couple devices to review, and I'll be covering those. So you'll see, especially on the GPD stuff, because that's the stuff they're mostly interested in. You'll probably see like affiliate links and stuff like that. And as you know, I don't do donations. I don't do like what the heck they call those things where you donate. I don't do Kickstarts and things like that. So if you do want to donate to the channel in any way, and you happen to be buying a GPD, XD, or a Win, or a Pocket, check out those affiliate links that I have. You can save a couple bucks. I've got some coupon codes, and then I get a dime really off of it. So you can feel like you're donating to the station. And even if you don't feel like you're donating to the station, the prices are actually really quite competitive. And I'll give you this cat. I won't give you the cat. I actually kind of like the cat. Anyway, thanks for watching. I will see you very soon. Couple days with another episode of Sorry Atari. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun one. Just saying. Change the direction of it. You're going to like it. Bye.